my dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Get ready, take your notebook, pencil and eraser, then write down Lesson 1, Sinbad the Sailor. Sinbad the Sailor. And underline using your scale. Then write down new words and underline. And the first one is Baghdad. Baghdad. B-A-G-H-D-A-D. Baghdad. Second one is plucked. P-L-U-C-K-E-D. Plucked. Then third one is picked. P-I-C-K-E-D. Picked. Fourth one is shining. Fourth one is shining. So, what is this Baghdad? Baghdad is the place, right? And plucked. The traders plucked the flowers. Plucked. Then third one is picked. They picked the diamonds. Picked. Pick. Then fourth one is shining. The diamonds are shining. Fifth one is diamonds. Diamonds. Then sixth one is scared. Scared. S-C-A-R-E-D. Scared. Scared means afraid. Then seventh one is noticed. Noticed. N-O-T-I-C-E-D. Noticed. Noticed means they noticed. They noticed the huge birds. Then eighth one is listening. Listening. L-I-S-T-E-N-I-N-G. They listened to the class. Listened. Listening. Then ninth one is riches. Riches. R-I-C-H-E-S. Riches. Riches means Sinbad became a rich man. Riches. Okay. So copy this to your English notebook for line copy. Write in a good handwriting. Okay. So shall we read the textbook? Those who have textbook, please take page number 9. Page number 9. Okay. Lesson 1. Sinbad the Sailor. Lesson 1. Sinbad the Sailor. All of you look your textbook. It was a clear day when we set sail from Baghdad. We stopped at many places and sold a lot of goods. One day we landed on an island. All of us plucked fruits and flowers on the island. So that was a fresh and a clear day. That was a good day. That was a fresh day when Sinbad and his people started their sail from Baghdad. Baghdad is a place. So Sinbad and his team and his gang started their sail from Baghdad. On the way, they stopped their ship at many places and they also sell out their goods. Actually, this Sinbad and his people were traders. What do you mean by these traders? Have you heard that word? Yes, traders means people who sell goods. So, the people in the ship were traders. Sinbad and his team were traders. Then on the way, they stopped their ship and they also sold out their many goods. And they also saw many fruits, flowers in that place. They also plucked it. And then they reached an island. In the previous class, I already told you the meaning of island. Can you say? Can you remind? Yes, island means a piece of land that was surrounded with water. Island is a small piece of land that was surrounded with water, full of water. After a good meal, I fell asleep on the shore. When I woke up, the ship was already gone and I could not see anyone. Suddenly, something fell near me. It was a chunk of meat. It was a chunk of meat. So, after a good meal, so when they reached the island, they had a good food, they had a good meal. And after that, all of them fell asleep. All of them gone to a good sleep. Then, Sinbad was also sleeping there, right? Yes, then when Sinbad woke up from his sleep, what did he see? Yes, there was nothing else. He could not see anything. The ship was already gone. The ship was already gone. When Sinbad woke up from his sleep, he saw that the ship was already gone. Then he became very sad. Then he was sitting on the shore like this, very sad. What is the meaning of this shore? Shore means bank, the river bank. So Sinbad was sitting on the river bank and he was sitting in a sad situation. Suddenly something fell near him. And what was that? That was a chunk of meat. What is this chunk of meat? Chunk. Chunk means a huge piece of meat. Chunk means a huge piece of meat. When Sinbad was sitting on the shore, something fell near him and that was a huge piece of meat. Huge piece of meat. Then I saw that there were several chunks of meat everywhere. I could see some men throwing huge pieces of meat on the valley from the hills. So, after that, Sinbad also saw many chunks of meat fell on the shore. There were many huge pieces of meat on the shore. Then he saw that some men were standing on the hills. Some men were standing on the hills and they were throwing the chunk of meat to the valley. Chunk of meat to the valley. What do you mean by these hills? Hill is the highest part of the land. Like this is the shape of hills, right? And what is this valley? Valley is the lowest part of the land. And some men were standing on these hills. And they were throwing huge pieces of meat to the valley. They were throwing huge pieces of meat. That means chunk of meat to the valley. I wanted to know who these men were and why they were throwing meat for the birds. Then I noticed something shining under one of the meat chunks. So Sinbad was really curious to know why these men were throwing huge piece of meat or a chunk of meat to the valley to these huge birds. He was really eager to know what is the reason behind this. Suddenly he came to know. He saw something. And what was that? Yes, he saw something was shining. He saw something shining under the meat chunks. He saw something was shining, glittering. Something was shining under one of the meat chunks. And what was that? Then Sinbad noticed that something was shining in one of the meat chunks. And what was that? He was really curious to know what was that. It was a diamond. A bird picked it up and rose high up in the air. It was a diamond. It was a shining diamond. And a bird picked up the diamond, picked up the chunk of meat and flew away. And flew away to the other end of the island. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. And also complete your notebook. Write down these new words in your notebook in a good handwriting. Okay children, so that's all for today. Thank you.